What's up, guys and gals? Welcome to Extreme Nerd Table, where we talk about everything pop culture, everything comics, everything nerdy, any pretty much anything. Really, anything goes. I got Simply Incredible podcast with me today, and Elvira's with him today too.
What is up?
Not much, not much. How was your week, man?
Well, I will say this. At some point you have to weed out a few people out of your life, and Randall and Anthony, we finally got rid of them. It took a long time. I'm very very happy about this. Yeah, all in all, it's a good week. I'm hoping they can make it on shortly.
Yeah,
It's always good to have the gang here.
yeah, they're running late. These guys are running late. That's probably all it is. Or either Anthony's in the zone drawing Misty America 2 or drawing Venderella, so you never know. Or coming up with a theme song for Venderella's release.
Have a new riff.
Probably. Oh no. Didn't he? Oh yeah, he said this week is his bike week this week, isn't it? Yeah. That's probably why he
Yeah, it is. It is down in Daytona.
Yeah. So that's probably why he's been busy. Okay. So that's probably what it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Our friend, she's down there.
Yeah. I hope they go see. I hope she goes sees Anthony and signs a bunch of stuff for him.
Well, I mean, she asked for my address, and I had to respectfully decline. But
I
I didn't want to. But yeah,
I wouldn't have. I would have just.
it's like, ma'am, you're Misty America.
No, but it was cool to have when I watched it with you and Anthony and her on. It was really cool, man. So
that was fun.
Yeah. Finally, because I've been trying to get Sam on here for forever. The other one.
Any day now.
Yeah.
Hey, are you ever going to be able to get Sarah on with us?
I'm trying. Here is Anthony. What's up, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We weren't talking about you.
Nah, we thought you were going to be busy since the bike is the bike week this week, or is it or did it pass already?
No, it's coming Wednesday.
Yeah, see, I kind of figured. I'm like, oh, it's probably the bike week. He's probably resting up for it.
No, I was looking for a hat for tonight's show. No, I was busy doing work, and I lost track of the time.
So I was right. He was in the zone drawing Misty America 2 or either Venderella. So nah, man. The topics are gonna just be like how Brian K. Vaughan finally said Saga's coming back in the new year, and the other one is the guy from Torpedo supposedly is gonna open another grading service.
Ooh. Anthony will know what's his name. That owns Torpedo.
Well, I like that. I really like the color on it.
I don't know. Is it the skull? Is it the dirt? I don't know what it is, but I like
it. We're live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounded like you guys were having a green room conversation.
Just chatting. Come on.
So
the best talk is what we talk about in the background, just running our blabbermouths.
Venderella number one will be out in time for Christmas.
Okay. Well, those are Christmas colors I can see.
Well, she's red anyway, so it was either going to be Venderella 1 or Tomato Woman. I thought Tomato Woman might work too, but anyway, it's going to be a big book, and I don't have it in the link, nor did I share it because I was late getting the stream. But I do have, if you hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you will see I have a sign up for the early launch. I'm going to be giving away an exclusive print.
Okay.
That's going to be going with the campaign, which I'm going to launch. I was going to launch on Halloween, but you know what? It's my anniversary on Devil's Night, the night before.
Right.
And my wife and I weren't able to celebrate our anniversary, our 15th last year, due to her being in the hospital, fighting for her life. So this year is real important that we have our anniversary together. So what's more important, the anniversary or launching the new comic? I think I'm going to wait till November 1st at least. But by November 1st, half of the comic will half of the comic will be finished, which is nice.
Okay.
So I'll have 3 covers and almost 20 pages done by then. I'm going to do a little lengthier book. It's going to be like I think it's going to be 32 pages. So
hey, Cap, what's up, buddy?
I'm excited.
That's cool.
So
and then right after that, Misty America 2. I've actually done some artwork for Misty America 2, but I'm going to wait till Venerella 1's running and then work on Misty America 2 for January.
Okay. But so Saga's coming back in January too. So
yeah, awesome. Yeah,
that's
what I was planning that.
No, but I'm actually excited to actually see where it goes from there, because if you guys read the last, or if you ever read it, the last issue, it's pretty. Finally, you know what I mean. It took 2 years to come back, but
well, spoiler without telling who, but a lot of main characters died in that last issue. So they have a lot of explaining to do and going forward. It's a great book. I was surprised when I started reading it. I read the first 2 trades. I picked them up on a whim.
Yeah, me too. I did the same thing you did.
And I didn't. But I didn't buy the floppies because there was 54 issues. Yeah. I just kept buying the trades as they were coming out, and then the last one, I tried to keep spoiler free until the trade came out, which was hard,
right?
Because the main character bites it.
Yeah.
But really good Star Wars type, tale. A lot of really weird shit in it. People with TV screens as heads having sex, with a lot of genitals going on. A lot of like tarantula women with lots of boobies.
Yeah.
But then it's a good classic Romeo and Juliet trope.
Yep.
But what's nice is that I love how the daughter is the narrator. Even from the first issue, you don't even know who the narrator is, and then you realize it's their daughter. It's a good story, and
it surprised me. That's what it did. It did when I got the first trade. I go, everybody was talking about it. I'm like, I'll grab the first trade. Like saying, oh yeah. And I read it. I'm like, dude. I'm like, crap. Now I gotta go pick up the other.
And what's weird is, talk about time flying. Like when I was reading it, the last issue came out in 2018.
Yeah.
And it just seems like yesterday, even though it's not. It just that's a big span of time to take a break.
Yeah, it took 3, but I think the COVID thing actually messed them up a little bit. I think. I honestly think.
Yeah, I know they were. I think they were taking a hiatus anyway.
Right.
But I think the COVID made it a little longer. But I have a feeling they have a bunch of issues in the can already.
Yeah. So they're gonna be like, it's gonna be like this. The release thing is gonna be like.
I think it is actually good for comic books for a title like that to come back.
Yeah. Strong, but because it. Honestly, if they said, "Oh yeah, we stopped it there," it could have stopped there too. But if it could keep going too. You know what I mean? They could have said, "Hey, we're gonna be stopping it there," and it would have been fine too, because
it would have been, yeah.
I was going to start reading it probably around issue 20 or so is when I really started hearing a lot of heat about it, and I was going to go back and buy some of the issues, and at that point they had started heating up, and by heating up at those days, it was like a $25 to $50 issue.
Right.
The same thing came out now, it'd be like $1,000 issue.
Yeah.
And I never found the trade, so I never got into it. So I think read it because I've heard great things about it.
I think when the new one comes out, issue 55, I think is the first issue. What's funny is it's going to be, I don't know if you guys heard too, it's going to be a 36 or 40 page book. So it's going to be double size, and every issue, including that one, is only going to be $2.99.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're coming in at that Todd McFarlane $2.99 price, which is great because it's a new title, you know,
Yeah.
and I think they might set it up so that, you know, if Daryl, you jump on it at you jump on at 55, you might have a good starting point for a new story.
But like how you were saying, it was a thicker issue. I think the whole reason is, but they're probably gonna explain everything in that issue, like in the beginning of what's happened since then to that point.
And the cover shows the daughter as a preteen.
Yeah.
So
and the mom,
she was a very little girl, like 2 or maybe 3 when the story ended.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So they jumped a good probably 7-8 years.
So I'm honestly gonna pick it up because because dude, it's been 2 years. I haven't had a trade or anything. Yeah. So yeah, but probably gonna, because I gave it to my sister. Like, I gave the first couple of volumes to my sister. My sister ended up, you got any more? First thing. Yeah.
Everything I know about it is there was a cat. That's everything.
Yeah.
I know about it.
Yeah. Lion cat. Yeah.
He's a kitty.
Mm-hmm. I actually those are the pops I got. Actually, I got Marco and Alana and the cat, lion cat, and Prince Robot. Those are the pops I actually have.
Nice.
Because those are the pops that are gonna be, you know, I like them, so I'm like, I like those characters. So yeah. And then the Batman, the Green Lantern Batman. That's it. Those are the only pops I got.
Yeah. You should buy stuff because I like them.
Yeah, and there's at my shop there's a Harley Quinn first appearance for, like, I think it's like a 8.0 or a 7.0, something like that. But it's pretty cool. I asked them the price, so they'll let me know this week to see.
Wait, they didn't know what the price was?
No, because he just acquired it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I got this here on the
No. They know. They know what they were, but I'm asking
the price changes depending on how interested you are.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you ask the second time, it's a lot more.
Yeah. But and then I can't remember the guy's the owner of Torpedo Comics' name. I know it's John something. I just can't remember the damn his last name. But he's supposed to be opening up like a CGC type thing. I've read the article. I'm like, that's interesting. But he's from a band. I just can't remember the damn band. I looked it up and everything. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
Yeah. John Lennon. Is that who's doing it?
No. It's hold on.
Average White Band.
Average white man.
White band.
White band. I looked it up on the phone, anyways.
He's in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's the third horn player.
Was it Daryl Hall? John Oates?
He's the alto sax player.
No.
Did you guys show stuff you picked up already?
No, not yet. No.
Yeah, this last week.
You showed that a couple weeks ago.
I did not officially show it.
You did.
Oh,
you didn't say anything about it. You just passed it across the screen.
And did that. That's different from showing it.
Did you open up that package from Wild Mercury Comics yet?
No, I've got one from California Blend sitting over there too.
Okay.
Might as well do I open it.
Do we have a bleep button? Because we about needed it. You know what? I'm just going to taunt you with it for months now.
That's fine. issue number 2 will be out before you open that one.
Yeah. But
I mean, I named characters after you. I gave you extra stuff. You just don't care. I know. It's all good. It's all right. Guess what? Your credit card number cleared anyway, so I don't care when you open it.
Well, so
maybe that's probably why they ended up sending me a new one. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Did you?
On page 7, Misty America kills short, undescript, fat white guy with a mullet. That must have been me.
No, she only kills terrorists, and you don't know that they're dead. They die off screen like the A-Team. That's a weird cover.
Yeah, that is.
I know because I want toys.
I got you. It's a weird cover though. Looks weird. Looks like Anthony Seega drew it or something.
You look weird. There's that.
Masters of the Universe.
Who's your master of the universe?
I actually have the first appearance of them. I think it was in a
I got hungry and I wanted some pizza, so they gave me a comic book while I was there.
Nice. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Their actual first appearance in DC Comics was in a Legion of Superheroes in the middle insert.
Was it?
Yeah.
I like that one because I thought that's cool. You got that just because got that 20.
Were you getting all this stuff at the flea market again?
This is stuff I got at the flea market like last week.
Oh, and you didn't show anybody.
Yeah, it was all rainy this week.
What turtles is that?
That is 16.
Is that a first print too?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think after about 4, I think they were all first prints, I believe.
Yeah, I know. You just don't find a lot of that at flea markets.
There you go. Just because. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Just because. There you go. There's a.
When season 2 comes out, those will be like $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, I know. There you go. That's her right there. That's her right there.
Nice.
That's her right there.
That's her in her 80s leotard outfit.
That's her right there. Yeah. We were discussing. We want to see. What's it? Is it Elizabeth Olsen?
Yeah.
We want to see her rocking that hairdo.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all can share and show. But I do want to discuss this later.
You just like that crotch shot on the cover.
The Black Widow.
I had a very, very boring. I got nothing this week except 2 things I want to show. So make me big, Cantonese comic kid. This is very cool. My wife works estate sales. And I got this copy of Dragon Slayer. It looks like a novel, but it's actually an official Marvel Comics adaptation.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Pocket size from like the 70s or early 80s or something. But anyway, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a book. Picked it up. Said official Marvel Comics adaptation of the spectacular Paramount Disney motion picture. So see that? They were working with Disney even back then.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought this was cool. It's actually Star Wars, the novel from 1977, written by George Lucas.
Interesting.
There is no other author.
I read that when I was a kid.
There is no other author on here. And, it's kind of beat up, but still kind of neat. I will tell you this. I went to the end. And yes, they do have the award ceremony. They put the medal on Chewbacca.
Yes, that's all I want to know. Yes.
And there's a lot of exposition about Han making googly eyes at Princess Leia in the last 5 pages, which I thought was interesting.
That's cool.
So I don't know. And it is cool. It's got pictures from the film, like little
that's cool.
inset shots.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it was cool. The year Time magazine says the year's best movie.
Wow.
Anyway, that's it. I had like no comic. I went to my comic shop and there was nothing in my pull box at all. So I bought a long box. And boy, oh boy, is the price of cardboard gone up.
Yeah. But we our other host is here, Randall.
Nice. Thought maybe you were gonna leave me. There we go.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Still drinking that water.
Oh yeah, and then and the owner of Torpedo Comics was damn it, I had System of a Down. I had it, but he's the drummer from System of a Down.
Really?
John,
Yeah,
John. Damn it, I can't remember his last name is.
Oh, you're gonna butcher that name. So
yeah. But
what's funny is I think
supposedly
he's rarely at his store.
no, but supposedly he's supposed to be running. Supposedly he's supposed to be investing in some type of grading service. So another
Or like,
CGC type. No, I
like
read the
maybe he's
art.
gonna start his own grading company.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've heard that that's the rumor. That's been a rumor for a while. So, I mean,
That
do you
would be
guys
cool.
want? But my big thing is, do we want another one
Yeah.
but wouldn't the wait time it be because then everybody's gonna be sending everything that they were gonna send to CGC or
I mean,
CBCS to them,
it
and
really
then
all depends, man. You know, like I don't think anyone has figured out how to run that type of business successfully. So when more and more people get involved, it's all about
right,
innovation. You know,
right,
so if he gets involved and he partners with the right kind of people and they come up with a system, they come up with a way to actually speed things up and provide quality,
yeah.
then that's only going to push CGC to do better. It's going to
I
push
mean,
CBCS to do better.
whoever he has grading books for him actually grades a lot harder than CGC does because I had something come in and it was like they said it was like a 9.0 and then they came it was really a 9.8. So you know what I mean. So whoever their grader is, their grade torpedo grades a lot harder than
But
they
you know what?
do. So
I think that's a good thing, though. I think it's good to grade hard on stuff because guess what? When you do send it in to get graded, you're going to be happier with the grade that you get.
right.
You know, it's
Right,
like
yeah.
you don't want the reverse. You don't want someone saying, "Hey, this book looks like a 9.6," and you get it an 8.5.
Right,
Then you're
right.
like, "Wow, this guy's a horrible grader." And
Right,
now
right.
I'm upset because this book's not the grade I want.
Right.
You want somebody who grades hard because if they grade hard, you know, the only thing that sucks is like when you grade hard like that. Like if you give him like 20 copies of a Batman book, like a new Batman book, you give him 20 copies, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, most of these are all 9.6s. You have a few 9.8s." Then that person is going to be like, "You know what? Just pull the 9.8s. I'll get those graded." But maybe all of them are 9.8s. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of these guys, you know, a lot of speculators, the guys that are sending the books in to get graded, they're just trying to turn around and flip these books. They want that magic number. They want that 9.8.
Or a 9.9.
Or a
Yeah,
9.10.
man, 9.9s and
Or a 10.
I've helped.
A
I've actually
9.10.
working at CBCS. I've seen some 9.9s.
Yeah.
One book I looked at particular, like one time I looked at a book and the head grader Steve Borak, the president of the company, he always would say, "Listen, if you think you might have a 9.9, he's like, never be afraid to come to us and ask. You know, we'll give you, you know, we'll take a look at it and we'll give you like the okay if we think it's 9.9." And that was my thing was I always try to follow what they said and I try to follow by the book. And I think oftentimes they're like, "Oh, you're grading too hard. You're grading too hard." Like he's like, "Look at this book. You graded it at like a 9.0." He's like, "It's a 9.4." You know. So like so sometimes when I look at the book, I'm like, "Oh, this looks like a 9.8," but then I was like, this could be a 9.9. So I would get up and I would show them the book. And there was one time they looked at it and they're like, "Yep, it's a 9.9. You got it."
Yeah.
If you
But
want 9.9s, go to PGX. They're shipping them things out like
yeah, but the big
PGX has got this huge, like amongst the graders, they have this reputation of, and numerous times, and here's the thing, speculators and people that want to flip books, those people love PGX because you know what they do? They will buy a PGX graded book, take it, go get it pressed, send it to CGC, and then that bad boy will be like a 9.8. You know, because sometimes like either you know that, but sometimes it's the reverse too. Like sometimes you'll look at a PGX book and you'll be like, "This is a 9.8," and you look a closer look at it and you're like, "No, this is like a 9.4, 9.6." You know, so like they're like, oftentimes it's like it's ridiculous what grade that they give it.
So, Renda, are you excited that did you hear the news? Saga's coming back?
Oh yeah. I actually joked with another retailer and I said, wouldn't it be funny? And it would be a power move, right? It'd be a huge power move. But wouldn't it be funny, like when that first issue comes out, you get to the end of the book and there's an ad, and in the ad it says, "See you next year." You know, like basically they're only releasing one book, You
Is
know,
it
and like
yearly?
everyone's been waiting for Saga to come back. One issue gets released, and at the end of the book, it says, "See you next year," as in like we'll put out another book a year from now.
Hey,
You know, like fans would be so pissed. They'd be so upset.
I don't think so. I think
I'm sure
that
I'm sure
they
have at
waited
least
this long.
Yeah, I'm sure they
You
have
know,
at least 6 issues done, and
I
then
think they
they'll
got
probably
way
take
more
a
than
break.
that, dude. I think they got way more than 6. I think they pumped out more. But think about it. They took a break 2018 and then 19, 20, 21. So she's probably working on seventh issue
Here's the
now,
thing:
probably.
when books get pushed back, people either complain that it's the writer or it's the artist or it's both. So in this case, Brian K. Vaughan's a very busy guy, you know, because he's got the TV show that's out now.
Right.
He's a producer on that show, you know, like he's heavily involved on Why the Last Man, because that's his baby. Like the people have been wanting to put that out into a movie or a TV show for years. And so Brian K. Vaughan finally was like, okay, you know, like I think he's just more hands-on with that show. So because he's so focused on that show, I think he took a break from like writing. But also, you know, I'm sure Fiona Staples, the artist, you know, you get tired after a while. You want to take a break, you know, kind of just like, you
Right.
know,
Right.
sometimes I think artists, they want to take like, you know, a few months off, maybe even half a year, like 6 months off. And then that way, like after all that time's passed, it's like, all right, let's get to work.
Right.
So who knows? It could have been both of them. Maybe she wanted to take time off, and then by the time she was ready to draw, Brian K. Vaughan was like, "Hey, sorry, got to pump the brakes. I'm working on this TV show."
Right.
So I'm
Right.
sure she's like, "Oh, that's fine. I've got plenty of money. I can wait.
I would
I'll
like to
take a
talk to an
I'll take a
artist
bigger
about such
vacation."
things if they ever need to take a break when they're doing work.
Well, we got one on
Like, we only have
hand.
an artist to do that with.
We have Anthony on hand. Anthony is an artist and a writer, both.
I'm
So-
sorry. I thought we were talking about slabs.
Yeah.
No, the thing is that they, if you know, for those who are readers of the book, like Jeff stated earlier, they wrapped up that arc that they could have ended right there.
Right.
We've already spoken, you know, spoiler wise, non-spoiler wise, a lot of major characters were killed in that last issue. So they could have ended the series. Fiona Staples was burnt out, as was Vaughn, and they were going to take a year hiatus, but the COVID just gave them an excuse to keep it a little longer. And again, I also applaud the idea that they're coming back with a 36 or 40 page book, and it's only going to be $2.99. And then the cover price for following issues are also going to be $2.99. I guarantee you there won't be any variant covers. I guarantee you they're just going to come back. That's
A and B, probably. That's it. Probably
that's
2
a book,
covers, maybe.
That's a book that's always had integrity.
Yeah.
Fiona Staples did most of the covers, which you know how I feel about that. But yeah, man, as an artist, I finished Misty America #1, and I'm working on Venerella #1 because I got tired of even just doing one story for 3 months straight, writing, you know, drawing it, marketing it, crowdfunding it. But issue 2 is coming in January. But in the meantime, I wanted to just switch gears and do my horror sci-fi thing, which, to be honest with you, I should have done last year. Because the first Venus and Mars, that flip book, came out in October or November, excuse me, of 2020. And to be honest with you, I thought my whole thing was I just wanted to finish. Oh my God. I wanted to finish the 6-story arc that I promised that I was writing. Not for any reason, but just to keep the artistic integrity of the story. But what happened is when I have both Misty America and Venerella issue #1s were plotted out, scripted out. I know how the first page starts and I know how the last page ends. But the thing is when I went to sit down and draw Misty America, I got 2 pages out, and then I started sketching Venerella, and Venerella came out quicker out of the pen. You know, she came down on the paper quicker. And also, I'm reprinting the first 5 pages that I did before, But what's different is I'm changing the dialogue and the script because this new issue is more serious in tone. And that first issue, when I did that 5-page story, that was kind of like a one and done if I never drew her again.
Right.
Here's the character. Here's a funny little thing. Oh, she kills a bunch of guys and makes jokes about it that she got some takeout somewhere. I didn't think that. I thought that was funny in the thing that I did last year. But now this year, I thought, well, I have these first 5 pages, so you see what the character's like. She's a killer with no remorse, a seductress killer. But the cool thing is, in issue 1, you're going to find out why she's like that. There's a reason. And it's mostly targeted at humans and earthlings. So I changed it. I looked at the first 5 pages and I said, here's my start. And then I'm going to draw another 20 or 25 pages to add to it.
Right.
But I wanted to, like, you know, so people get bored when you're drawing stuff, man. It's you're working alone in a room for hours and hours. That cover that I showed earlier in the day, you know, I showed you the color version, but that black and white version of that, man, that took me like, it was a 6-hour ordeal.
Right.
And it wasn't even that, like, it was that complicated drawing. It was just so much ink on the page.
Right.
You know, and if I had a computer, I could have done that in a quarter of the time.
Right.
But I don't, so I don't care.
So in 5 years, are you going to be like George Lucas and remake these works?
Yes. Jabba the Hutt's going to be in the first issue. No.
The boobs will be twice as bigger.
No. Once the actual comics have a number on them, I'll never redo anything. I wouldn't even, you know, unless when I do the first 20 comics I do, I'll be like The Walking Dead and say, here's new versions of them in color now. It's the same damn comic, and you can buy them again for whatever God knows why.
It's called marketing. It's genius.
It is. It's marketing, schmarketing.
So, anybody watch the new Bond movie?
Yeah, I saw it today.
The whole movie?
Yeah.
Dang. All I'm seeing is a trailer.
What'd you think?
Okay, here's a few things.
Oh no.
Movie was long.
Oh no.
2 hours, 45 minutes.
Good. It should have been 5 hours.
I mean, for a Bond,
you like short movies.
No, I mean, I just think that you take the fun out of the film when you stretch things out. It's like, don't stretch it out. I want bam, bam, bam. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
So you want Venom versus Carnage type scenario, huh?
Yeah, I mean, actually, there were a couple slow parts in Venom and Carnage as well. But yeah, I just wanted to keep going, you know. And it's like they did a lot of wrapping up. They did a lot of this, a lot of that. The best part of the film was Ana de Armas. I keep getting her name wrong.
De Armas.
Yeah. She was great. Like, like she wasn't in the movie enough. It was like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, bye. And it was like, no, you were great. I want more great in this film, you know?
So the ending wasn't very happy?
Huh?
The ending wasn't happy?
Oh, no. Oh, I will say this because I don't want to spoil the film.
You already spoiled it with
the they did do something in this Bond film that no other Bond film has ever done before. And I will just leave it at that. I will leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, like the villain was
subpar.
The villain was meh. Yeah, it was just like they really hyped up Rami Malek, and he's a good actor. I think overall what the problem was it wasn't a bad script, but it wasn't a good script. Like the acting and the directing honestly elevated this story, because like this when you watch the movie and you break down the story, you're just like, wow, like that didn't need to be in the film. They didn't have to do this. They didn't have to do that. Like the way it just paced, the way it moved. They wanted to be this grand finale, You know, like for Daniel Craig, they wanted this to be a grand finale. Like, oh, it's his last film, so we got to go and do as much as we can and put all of this in the film with. And ultimately, I think it hurts it. It hurts it. But I mean, it's not his best film. I think Casino Royale, Skyfall, and Spectre are still the top 3 out of the 5 films. It's better than Quantum of Solace. Quantum of Solace is still the weakest of the all 5 films. But yeah, I think, like the ending was really good, I think, but still, it's just, it's, it didn't win me over, like I kept checking my watch while I was watching this movie.
Wow, dude, you gotta clear an afternoon to go see a movie. You can't check your watch while you're seeing a movie. If it's exciting,
my afternoon was clear. No. I was just checking my watch because I'm like, okay, how much more of this film do I have to watch?
Well, that's terrible.
That's like
you're having sex. That's like you're having sex and looking at the watch. Like, oh God, how long is this going to last? That's not the way you enjoy stuff. Come on.
Well, it's not my fault. I didn't make the movie.
I can't wait to go see it. I haven't seen it.
It's a bad movie.
I haven't either. I haven't got a chance. I've been working 6 days out of the week this week.
I watched Spectre like 5 times this weekend because it was on like every minute of the day. Spectre was on, and I noticed that at the end of Spectre, he does quit at the end of Spectre, and he just goes and gets the car, which he's in the car in the trailer with the little guns coming out of it, doing the little 360 Tokyo Drift shit. So and the girlfriend is in the car with him, the same chick from the last movie. I guarantee without spoiling it, I guarantee you she dies. But I
can honestly tell you that that's the beginning of the film.
Of course, it makes sense. And it's nice. I like that continuity. This is the only Bond series that's had any continuity. None of the other.
No, the original Sean Connery had a little bit of continuity with Blofeld and
but the girlfriends and the wives and shit, they were disposable.
I mean, yeah.
But do you think? No, but honestly, do you guys think there's going to be another 007 film? You think?
Oh yeah,
I think so, after this one.
Well, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I know that the beginning of the movie, it's non-spoiler. It's been in all the marketing. Right. The African American woman or the African, I don't know what ethnicity she is. Maybe she's not American. The black
British,
the black lady. Uh-huh. I know that when the movie starts, she has been given the 007 number. So it's not like she stole it from James Bond. She's the new 007. I also heard that there's a funny discourse between James Bond and her about the importance of the number 007. That's also been, disclosed in marketing, and that's good because I thought they were doing some sort of woke shit where, now James Bond's got to be a Jane Bond. No. I hope, without knowing the end, I hope he lives the character. Of course, I don't think it matters. I think it's like Chris Nolan's Batman.
Right.
It's the 5 film. The 5 film franchise of Daniel Craig is done. Mm-hmm. I hope they bring someone in. I was having a discussion about this the other day. Guys, how I'm like always about, the characters got red hair, stupid old man complaining. For years, when Daniel Craig said that he was leaving like 2 movies ago, I actually did want Idris Elba to be James Bond. Because I think he is, I don't care whether he's black, Hindu, white, Mexican, I don't care what he is. He is a dapper son of a bitch. Yeah. And I want to see him in those white suits banging blonde chicks and stuff like that. I think he's a baller. I think he'd be great. Mm-hmm. But
I was going to mention him a little while ago, hoping that he was going to be going forward. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, but again, who knows? I actually don't think James Bond, or I don't think they should make a female James Bond. That's just stupid. James Bond is Ian Fleming's character. Right. You wouldn't make Mike Hammer from Mickey Spillane a chick. It's just, it is what he is. But James Bond has to be debonair, and he has to be a smooth pimp. Yeah. And I think Idris Elba. I see. I think Henry Cavill's too pretty, man, and too everything. Henry Cavill's like, except for The Witcher, Henry Cavill's like a curse in movies. He's a great looking dude. He's good, but he's jacked.
Did you see The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yeah, great movie. Great movie. You and I are the only ones that paid money to see it, though, probably. That movie, but that movie did like nothing. When you say to people, "Did you say Man from U.N.C.L.E.?" It's like, yeah, I saw it in the back alley somewhere at my red box.
I remember seeing it because I think it was in black and white from the '60s. I think
they shouldn't have called it The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I hate to say it, they shouldn't have called it that.
The buddy from
even the TV, like I know the TV show had a following, but that many of those people that follow that show are dead.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's true. It's true. You know,
it's like that's like when The Saint came out with Val Kilmer, even in the early '90s. Everyone that watched The Saint was half dead too. The Saint with Roger Moore was a fantastic spy show.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
what I heard.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool to say, you know, like you said, the female's already in the commercials and whatever. But it would be cool to say it was one of the old 007's kid, you know, a kid, you know, of one of them, because, you know,
he still likes that all that. He still likes all that unprotected sex storyline. Jeff really wants James Bond Juniors all over the place. I get it.
Yeah. No, I will say this. That
I'm surprised they don't spin off of it yet.
One of the things, and I don't know if the new audience is aware of this because maybe they haven't seen the older James Bond films, but the traditional James Bond films, part of the reason they made them the way they were was because the fun part of it was you had this actor who played Q, and Q was always, even when they changed the James Bond and you had a new actor playing James Bond, you know, they kind of did that with Batman, right? Like you still had the same actor playing Alfred, but you had a different guy playing Batman, you know? And so it was kind of like that. You had Q. I think that MGM, I think that the franchise has reached a new level to where they're not going to carry that tradition anymore. So my guess is, this is my guess, the way that they designed the Daniel Craig James Bond films, this next James Bond film we get, we're looking at a complete all-cast, recast. So it's not, you know, we're not going to have the same Q. We're not going to have the same M. We're not going to have the same Moneypenny. I think everyone is going to get recast. I think it's going to be based. I think they're done overlapping the same actors from previous Bonds. And so now I think what they're going to do is they're going to have like, and maybe they'll do the same thing with what they did with Daniel Craig. Maybe they'll do like sort of these story arcs where it's like sequels, and it's like, you know, so that way, you know, the next actor that plays James Bond, let's say he only does 3 movies, then it becomes a trilogy, and it's the same actors that play M, Q, all that other stuff, you know.
I'd like to see one-offs, like one-shot Bond movies, like the old Roger Moore ones, but different than Roger Moore, other than the Jaws character who showed up in like 2 or 3 movies consecutively. And by the way, those are some bad fucking movies. But anyway,
I've never seen any Roger Moore Bond.
You mean bad in a good way or bad in a bad way?
I love them, but there were some bad parts of those movies, like really stupid. But the thing is, you know, but again, it was the 80s or late 70s. But I would love to see the next 5 James Bond movies with all the characters, but with maybe with a different actor playing him every time. Like if a comic book author and artist took over a comic book, you know, because James Bond movies, like, let's face it, Daniel Craig's he's made 5 Bond movies, but he's been Bond for what, 16 years now? So it's not like they come out as frequent as they did when Roger Moore was James Bond in the 70s. There's, and I have the whole collection. And Sean Connery, the same thing. There's like a new movie every year. Like there's 71, 72, 73, 75. You know, it skipped a year. Like all those movies were like year after year. You know, Craig's 5 movies, you know, it took it was a long time. 16 years. The movie. So, and also next year, 2022, is the 60th anniversary of James Bond.
Yeah.
So, it'd be a good thing for them to announce, hey, here's a new cast of people. But the one thing that I did hear is that Ana de Armas's character did not die, unusually. If I'm wrong,
I don't think it's going to matter.
Well, I know, but what it is she was such a highlight. People were talking about, what was she, from Cuba? She was a spy from Cuba. So they actually said, man, she was such a firecracker in the movie for the 11 years that she was in it, that they said she would be a good side character to come out of that story.
She would, but she's part of the Daniel Craig James Bond universe.
I got you.
So to have her appear in the next Bond universe, I don't think it's going to work.
Well, they could create a whole new character and say,
They could, but then they'd be breaking that rule. Why would you? If you're going to bring her into the next film, then you might as well bring the rest of the cast into the next film.
It's the rule that they haven't even made that they're breaking.
But then, based on how the movie ends, people will be super confused as to why everyone is there.
Oh, okay.
I did hear that,
does he Craig, at the end of the movie, does he wake up like Who Shot JR and he was in the shower? or when Bob Newhart woke up in his bed with his old wife from the TV show and said, I just had a dream I was the owner of a bed and breakfast in New England for 5 years. Is that what happens? Does he wake up? Is he in an insane asylum?
I'll tell you what happens. Tom Cruise shows up.
Does he?
No.
So I hear Daniel Craig, though, he's going to do another Star Wars movie. It's going to be a prequel for his Stormtrooper character. So there you go.
You're silly.
Stormtrooper.
You're silly.
All right. Since I'm gonna show what I picked up, since Anthony and Simply showed. So
Cool.
I picked up the Lady
Death.
Yeah.
Lady Death.
Picked up the Lady Death. Oh damn it! I forgot the damn artist's name again. Monty Moore. That's what it is. Monty Moore's. Monty Moore's cover. Yeah.
Del Monte Moore.
Yeah, Monty Moore.
Quite a peach of a cover.
I do like fruit.
Yeah. And then pick this one up.
Chicken Devil.
Yeah, I'm curious. I haven't got a chance to read it yet. I've been working six days out of the week, so I haven't got a chance to read it yet.
Ooh, there's a face. There's a face in that mouth opening.
Yeah, so I'm curious. Maybe it's like a James Bond type of thing. And then I picked this one up.
James Bond.
Soul Plumber.
Yeah.
I got that one.
Yeah.
You're so full of crap. We're calling the Soul Plumber.
Yeah. I'm curious
I
about
like
it.
that the DC's coming out with the horror comics. I think it's got a little bit of a following.
Yeah, I'm kind of really interested. And then pick this one up. William's in the chat.
What's Wong doing on the cover?
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I'll find out.
What are you trying to say? All Asian people look alike? I don't understand.
No, I'm just trying to say that's Wong on the cover.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really interested in this one. After from AWA out. Supposedly it's about Nazis and stuff.
Okay. I thought maybe it was about gay guys in the prison or something like that.
No.
Wow.
I know, right?
I'm really curious about it, anyways, because I've heard some good reviews on it, so I'm curious. And then I picked up the homage to
Oh, nice.
Incredible Hulk.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that his loincloth or his balls hanging there between his legs?
A loincloth, I think.
Yeah,
I hope.
Little,
I hope it's his loincloth, man.
If not, that circumcision doctor should be talked to.
or like simply saying he needs a Manscaped.
Yeah.
And I'm not
He
even
looks like he's in
sponsored by
pain, like
Manscaped
he's
yet.
like my
Yeah,
nutsack.
he said yet.
Yeah. And then I picked Dark Ages 2 up. Never really pick up Marvel, but I enjoyed Dark Ages 1, so I had to pick up Dark Ages 2.
Nice.
Then I picked up some Dark Childs.
Nice.
Yeah. I picked up so I'm pretty excited.
Nice.
I just need to find their first appearance.
I gotta get one for you. It's that image book. It's that
go. I forget the damn
Blood
name
Striker. One of those. It's the other side of it. Yeah, Blood Pool or something.
And then that's mostly what I picked up this week. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Randy Queen's supposedly coming back with more Darkchild at some point.
I'm excited for that because I've liked the character. I thought she was interesting. You know what I mean? I thought the character was pretty interesting.
So I guess it's my turn now.
Yeah. What you pick up or what's coming out?
Yeah, what's coming out in 2 days?
Yeah.
Look at this nice, beautiful wraparound cover of a Immortal Hulk 50. I believe this is the last issue. Yes.
Issue 50, and it's Alex Ross cover.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
The covers on
Anthony's favorite price.
$9.99.
$9.99. But
Almost
I mean,
$10.
if you really look at it, it's built like it's a freaking graphic novel.
Yeah.
All of them are, man. Most of them when they charge you that much, it is.
Oh, I just noticed something.
Oh boy.
This did not come with a digital copy. Might have to call that in.
It might be rare next time.
Yeah. And then a nice little Joe Jusko Marvel Masterworks or Marvel Masterpieces.
I've always liked Jusko's, but the only one I didn't like was his Emma Frost.
He only did the cover. Relax there, Jeff.
Yeah.
The inside's all Kirby.
Yeah.
This is Amazing Spider-Man 36. I have this gut feeling, the way that the new story arc that they're going with Spider-Man, that Peter Parker is going to be sitting it out. He's going to be sitting on the bench, and it's all going to be about Ben Reilly. So,
we'll give him something to do.
Yeah. This, I have to say, I'm really impressed with the artist on this series. This is the Chip Zdarsky series. This is Justice League Last Ride number 6. This is actually a kind of cool cover. But look at this bad boy. I saw this and I was like, okay, I'm impressed.
Well, you're not the first one to show that panel anyways.
I mean, that's going to be a statue before long.
Yeah.
Oh, statue, figure, whatever. Yeah. So we're going to get Darkseid wielding the Green Lantern ring.
Well, he has willpower, so I'm not surprised that's wielded earlier.
And then, of course, Batman 89. It's like a fun read.
Interesting.
I actually like
this one based off the movie or something else?
Based off the movie, I think. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It continues. So, like, originally Tim Burton was going to do Batman 3,
right?
And Warner Brothers kind of just talked him out of doing it. They're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be working on this. You've already done 2 Batman movies. Go on and do something different."
Yeah.
So they talked him out of doing Batman 3. He was going to do Scarecrow. And I think part of the script, I think they were going to do Two-Face as well. And, of course, they kept the Billy D. Williams Two-Face.
That's cool.
And then the cool thing about this, too, is because originally there was talks that who's the actor? Marlon Wayans was going to play Robin in the movie.
That's weird.
Yeah, and he was going to be Tim. I mean, apparently, based on the comic, I guess he's supposed to be Tim Drake Robin. They were going to skip Dick Grayson and all those other Robins, and only because Tim Drake was the Robin in the comic series at the time. Mm-hmm. So he was going to be Tim Drake, and he's in the comic. So you see, like, this young black kid, Tim Drake, who obviously that was going to be Marlon Wayans. He was going to be Robin. So they're kind of continuing on what they kind of had planned with the Tim Burton run. I think the only complaint that people have is that with the art and the way that, you know, the book is done, you don't have that Tim Burton like gothic feel to it. So without the gothic feel to it, it doesn't quite feel the same. But I mean, the way that they draw Batman, the way they draw Bruce Wayne, because he looks a little like Michael Keaton, and of course, Two-Face looks a lot like Billy D. Williams. Even Alfred looks like the actor Michael Gough. Is it Go or Goff? I forgot how his name is pronounced. Yeah. So, and then of course, I think Catwoman also appears in this issue. I don't know if she was in the last issue. I don't remember, but she's in this one. And it's, you know, obviously the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman from Part 2. So that's the cool thing about Batman 89 is they're kind of continuing on from those movies. But they're doing it in comics, just like the Superman series. They have Superman 1978 Superman. And the cool thing about that is very similar to what they did. They're going with what Richard Donner had planned for the third Superman movie, which was Brainiac. So they're using the whole Brainiac and then Lex Luthor. And so I think they're great. I really do. And I think they're only going to be like 6 issues. I think they're testing the market, right? Like they put out this miniseries. If it, you know, people really like it, if it sells really well, then they'll be like, cool, we'll make another miniseries and we'll continue on from there. Which I think is smart. You know, I mean, not to mention, you know, all these comics, the way that they're being written and drawn and handled, they're really made to be in a graphic novel format. So, you know, to make it a miniseries, put it out as single issues, and then when it's done, you can make a graphic novel, and then you just put out the graphic novels.
Another Linda Carter Wonder Woman, I would like that.
Yeah. Well, they also made the Batman 66. They made some of the Adam West, Burt Ward
some of that Wonder Woman stuff back from that stuff too. Yeah.
I would love a Flash with the John Wesley Shipp style Flash comics. Like that would be so cool to continue on from where like whatever they had planned for like the second season for the Flash, like that would be neat. And I actually got lucky. I got to meet John Wesley Shipp at a convention. I was such a like his character, like the actor, that show made me a fan of the Flash. Like, you know, like before I couldn't care less about the Flash. Like, oh, cool, he's part of the Justice League, you know. But when I watched that show, I was just like, I was hooked, man. I really loved the character more, and I still think that show is better than the CW Flash series. There's just something cool about.
Yeah, that's not saying much.
Really reaching there.
Oh, speaking of which, someone revealed a picture. The cool thing that they're doing with Flash on the CW is that I feel like each season they're trying to make him look closer and closer to what he looks like in the comics.
He looks worse every year.
Yeah.
So this upcoming season, he's got the gold boots.
Wow.
So I was just like, nice, you know, like A for effort.
Yeah.
Or
how they're gonna explain the gold boots this time? It conducts electricity.
A for atrocity.
We'll see. Honestly, I'm so behind on Flash. Like I haven't watched like the past 2 or 3 seasons.
Well, I know you what the hell did you finally watch that everybody else has watched? Free Guy or what was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I saw Free Guy the other day, and you know what? I was so impressed. I was like, wow,
I was about to say he was so disappointed. I thought he was going to say he was so disappointed.
No. I honestly think that Free Guy is probably the best movie of 2021.
Squid Game, awesome series. Squid Game.
Oh yeah, Squid Game's good too.
Really enjoyed that.
Eventually, I'll get to the Squid Game. Eventually,
I'm waiting.
Like if I get,
I'm waiting on the Squid Game.
Eventually, when I get Netflix again, the first thing I'm going to watch is the new Dave Chappelle stand-up.
Now, the first
Squid
thing
Game
you're watch is
and Lock and Key.
Tiger Guy.
Yeah, Tiger King.
Yeah, the Tiger King.
Yeah.
I don't care about Tiger King.
Yeah, that's what we all said, and then we freaking watched the same thing. It was like a damn rabbit
I still
hole.
haven't watched it. I saw like one episode of it, I think, or parts of an episode, but I haven't jumped on it. And you know what? Just like that, no one's talking about Tiger King. No one's
but it's like that with everything. It's not like that's the
gone.
only thing that's been here and gone.
Yeah.
Come on. Get him out.
It's like a car crash, man. That thing was like a car crash.
like-
you watched
it's like
one
O.J.
and then you couldn't watch
Simpson.
it.
Yeah. Who talks about OJ anymore?
Well, they still do.
Well, I
Definitely
do
not
every,
Norm
every
Macdonald.
morning when I order my breakfast. Then I gotta get the OJ with it.
You guys
What-
hear they're making a profit movie finally? Jake Gyllenhaal starring.
Interesting.
What?
Very.
Starring as OJ.
When did they
Wait,
announce
what?
that?
At New York Comic Con a couple days ago, or whatever.
Yeah,
Or Variety Magazine, Entertainment Weekly, People Magazine, all the people that Rob Liefeld writes checks to, they all ran a story. Jake Gyllenhaal starring in the Prophet movie. I forget. Oh, the guy who's directing it is the stunt guy who directed Extraction
Oh, that's
with
cool.
Chris Hemsworth. He's the director. And the guy writing it is Mark Guggenheimer or something, or some writer.
Yeah, I know Mark Guggenheim. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the stunt
sounds
double,
decent.
I think. I mean, the stunt double doing the directing, that's interesting.
Well,
Well,
he
it's
did-
not
he
that
did
bad.
he did Extraction. That was a good directed film
He didn't
as far as
direct it.
action goes.
Well, it's not bad because what was it? I forgot the other movie. That what was it? One of those guys did.
Yeah.
Not. But I mean, I'm talking about like stunt guys actually did. It's not a bad
Yeah.
movie because
No.
John Wick. Yeah, the guy that did John Wick was a stunt guy.
But I mean, those guys have been around a long time. You know, the stunt double for Chris Hemsworth, he's only been maybe doing it for 10 years.
I didn't say he was Chris Hemsworth's stunt double. He is a stunt man who is a director. He did
Right.
Extraction with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth's double did not direct the movie. The director of Extraction has some other films. He just happens to come. He just happens to come from the stunt.
Right, right.
We're going to be
I
fact
believe-
checking this.
I believe that the people that directed Extraction, I believe, are the Russo brothers. So I don't think
The Russo
one of
brothers
the Russo
produced
brothers-
it. They
Produced
did. They produced it.
They
I do
produced
not
it.
think
I
they
thought
directed.
they directed it.
No.
Hold on. I can.
Oh my god. The director of it. There was one director for Extraction, not two. It was a stunt guy. The Russo brothers produced it.
The director was Sam Hargrave.
Yes, exactly. Sam
Okay.
Hargraves was the director of Extraction, and
Anthony was right.
It's not about right or wrong. It's just
No,
that
I
I
know.
read Variety ran a big story on it that was all over the interwebs a couple days ago.
Oh yeah,
And,
I see it now. Yeah, I see
And
it.
people were talking about, and believe it or not, Rob Liefeld had said something about Jake Gyllenhaal. So he must, of course, he knew that Jake was auditioning for the role, and Jake Gyllenhaal has accepted the role, and I think he actually is going to be good because Jake Gyllenhaal's been jacked in a lot of movies, and he can get jacked again.
It's
For the
been a while
Prophet
since
movie?
Jake Gyllenhaal did a movie like that. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
time.
the article is saying they're excited for it. Whoops,
He's
I
no
forgot.
Mysterio, but
Yeah.
I want an article one day to be like, this is going to be horrible. Why are we making this movie? What
imagine the headline.
coming in
What are they
December
thinking?
2022.
But are they gonna is he gonna have good feet in the movie?
No, they're going to crop. You're going to crop. There's going to be no marks in the movie. You're not going to have to see where anybody's.
Oh man, if that movie bombs, I can see the headline right now. Profit makes no profit.
Yeah.
Profit in deficit.
I talk about someone catching up on things late. I just watched the first 5 episodes of The Boys.
Oh,
It's been like years. What are they going on season 3 soon?
Yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and that's as far as I got.
Yeah.
Umbrella Academy, I think I watched the first 3. Yeah, no need to rush these things.
You don't stick to it. They're simply incredible.
If it's something that really catches me at the beginning, I will stick to it. If it doesn't catch me right at the beginning, it's tough for me.
Well, that even though I've read the comic book, the girlfriend getting her body exploded by A-Train
A-Train is
in the first episode sure made not just me, but my wife and son, we both started watching it after that. We're like, yeah, let's stick to this.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Terrible,
the acting's
terrible
great.
parenting.
I love Carl Urban. You know,
I enjoyed Black Widow.
Oh, did you finally watch it?
Yeah, it's on the Disney machine there.
What did you think? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. I mean, people gave it a lot of crap. I thought it was a decent movie.
I didn't say, yeah, I liked it. I just liked Shang-Chi a little better when I saw it.
I haven't seen that yet. I gotta wait.
Well, there's a lot. There was a lawsuit for it.
Scarlett Johansson's hot, and he's like, "Oh, okay."
The fight scenes were very good.
No, well, it's spoiler. My favorite part is the sister going, "Why do you always do?"
I like the part. I like the part where they're busting Red Guardian out of prison. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
with the whole chopper shit and everything.
Yeah.
I actually,
like that.
I actually, to be honest with you, I thought Shang-Chi was a better film, objectively, but subjectively, I watched Black Widow twice. When Shang-Chi comes out, I have no desire to see it again. Like this, I just don't care.
But that's a lot of them though.
Most of the Marvel movies I've not, the Avengers movies and the Captain America movies I've seen multiple times, but like the Ant-Man films, I can honestly say I've seen them once and done.
That's how
I've only seen the sequel once, but I've seen the first Ant-Man at least maybe 2 or 3 times at the most.
I like the sequel more than I like the first one though. That's me being.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
It's fine.
Yeah. But
you cannot like the second one better.
Unless it's Godfather 2.
Yeah.
Great movies.
I saw The Many Saints of Newark last night, actually.
I don't know.
What you
on
think?
HBO Max. That's the thing is like I was a huge Sopranos fan. No surprise there. But I've seen the Sopranos episodes so many times that I can recite the lines.
Right.
I refuse to, even though I have HBO Max and could watch the series again, I refuse to watch it again. It's like, because it when it came out, 20 years ago, whatever, I have the memories of my life while I was watching it.
Yep.
There were some memories in my life that weren't that pleasant while I was watching it. So when I watch the show, it brings back personal recollections. It's like when you hear music that reminds you of something in your life that you don't like. I won't go back and listen to that particular music for feelings associated with. However, Many Saints of Newark, good story, but I felt like it needed more. Like it was a 2-hour movie, almost exactly 2 hours. And the only thing I could say, like my criticism was all the characters that you knew from the series were kind of ruined because you were comparing their Soprano selves to their selves in the movie.
Right.
And it just looked like people badly portraying those characters.
So what did there are four
characters in the movie that you never saw in the first movie.
Right.
You heard about them.
Right.
They mentioned their name a million times, but you never actually saw anything about them. They were great. Those 4 starring characters were great. Right. And Tony Soprano's son, Gandolfini's son, wasn't in the movie enough as a teenager that you see in the trailer. Okay. The first half of the movie, he's a little kid.
Right.
So if you think that they're starting off with him as a teenager, it doesn't. And that's a little disappointing because he was not the star of the movie.
What was it? It was whose dad was the star of the movie?
It was Dickie Moltisanti, who is Christopher's father,
right?
Who you hear about in The Sopranos the whole time, but you never see him because I think when The Sopranos starts, he's dead.
Right,
he's dead. He's dead like 10 years already.
Right,
and you see, there's some cool actors in it. Ray Liotta is fantastic in it. He plays 2 roles, and he's amazing in it. Amazing.
That's good. I'll check it. I'll probably end up checking it out.
There is an Italian actress in the movie who made her film debut in the movie. She is literally imported from Italy
Oh boy.
in the movie to be Ray Liotta's bride. He's like 40 years her senior. And she is a wild Italian girl, like right off the boat. Really, she is going to have a big career after this movie. And it was her first movie. And if you guys see the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Nudge, nudge.
All right.
It's like Margot Robbie and Wolf of Wall Street debut, kind of.
Okay.
In more ways than one.
All right, that makes sense.
I watched part 1 of The Long Halloween, so that was exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
I gotta watch part 2 of it. It's on.
What part 2's out already, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
HBO Max,
right? Oh, you saw that on HBO Max, right? That's on HBO Max now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many damn streaming programs. That's the only issue I got, man. It's so many. It's like, which one do you know what I mean? Which one do you want? Or do you want them all? Or which one, you know?
I want to watch Why the Last Man, but I'm not buying another streaming service.
Right.
Like pretty soon, because what is it? Right around November, we've got the new season of Dexter. You know, like that's the only reason I'm going to get Showtime. I have no interest in this. You know, so. Dexter, I'm getting Showtime just for Dexter, so I'll be getting that. I'll probably get Netflix again for just 1 month because I want to watch the one Halloween movie. Plus, I want to watch the new Dave Chappelle special. Nope.
Man, you gotta watch Lock and Key on there too, man. Lock and Key is actually
eventually.
Lock and Key is very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Season 2's coming.
I gotta watch Reels. No, not Reels. Heels. I gotta watch Heels on Stars.
The first 3 episodes is on YouTube, and I'm so mad I can't see the rest of it.
And then I just wrapped up. It came out with the finale for Ted Lasso on Apple Plus, which I love that show, man.
Really?
Yeah. I'm so in love with that show that I jumped on iTunes and I ended up buying season 1 and season 2, the soundtracks. And then and then on Hulu.
Oops, my bad.
Okay.
Wow.
On Hulu, I've only been watching the Only Murders in the Building. That's a great show.
Is that the Steve Martin Short, yep. Selena Gomez show?
Yep.
You know what? Selena Gomez is another one that's on my bad side.
Why is that?
Young lady had a kidney transplant. I reached out to her to say, hey, look, if there's anything you need to know about it, I've had 2. I can help you in any way. Never even so much as thank you for your concern. You know what?
Wow.
You know what?
Not only that,
you know what? Not the left
block
cheek,
you.
Not the right cheek. Kiss it right in the middle.
Do you really think some Hollywood celebrity of her stature is going to read your message and respond to you?
Stupid little cooking show.
Are you?
How big a celebrity is she?
Oh, I don't know. She sold like millions of records. And what are you talking about? She was on Disney for years, on the Disney Channel, on making Disney cartoons.
Yeah, the Wizards of
Waverly Palace or whatever.
I got both of them.
Whatever. She used to date. She took Justin Bieber's virginity.
I don't think she took the virginity.
I do.
Thanks. I got this covered, but I appreciate it. You know what? No more Selena.
You're dead to me. She used to bang Justin Bieber, and you think she's gonna reply to you? Come on, dude.
You just compared me to Justin Bieber?
No.
Really?
It was an analogy. It wasn't a comparison.
Canadian. Can you believe that?
What?
I may never open this now. I may never open this.
All right, man. I'm getting a little tired.
You got a lot of focus, Simply Incredible.
I do.
So
that's how mad I've gotten.
All right. So what you gonna be up to this week, Anthony? Or since Bike Week's gonna be happening, I don't think you're gonna be up to much.
I'm nothing. I'm just working.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, are you gonna be seeing our good friend? Is she gonna be there?
Yes, and I'm hopefully getting some Misty America's autographed. Maybe.
Maybe.
Again, she's as reliable as a.
Tell her to stop calling me and stuff. It's getting a little like, geez.
I know. It just she's a bartender who works rallies, motorcycle rallies all over the country, and she a week ago she's like, I don't know if I'm coming in Monday, Tuesday. Oh, and by the way, I'm not working at your dealership, but I'm going to stop by and whatever. So that's why Venerella #1 is the next issue coming out.
Okay.
No, not
really. So what you got going on, Randall? This month, going on this month.
The month. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just still prepping for the Brandon Comic Fan Fair. Thankfully, I think I have like a couple spare days this week. I'm gonna continue to go through some more of the boxes, more of the books, kind of just figure out and organize what I'm gonna sell and which books I'm keeping for myself. So it's a lot of work.
All right. What you got going on?
You just look like you are just so strained right now.
What you got going on, Simply?
I got nothing.
You got nothing? You don't got no frisbee golf?
Nice, I'll go throw some frisbees. If not, I'll sit here and watch TV. I got nothing.
Nah, you got nothing.
If people become more nicer to me, I might open stuff.
What are you talking about? You got so much. I put so much extra stuff in there. What is your deal?
He's gonna go on Twitter and send an angry tweet to Selena Gomez.
He's not even in the package that counts.
I will send you nude pictures of Selena Gomez if you'd like. Okay.
Oh, well, I got a fireplace right here beside me, oddly enough. So
all right, guys. I got Extreme Nerd Table going on next Sunday. If we have Celebrate Sundays, you guys can go to Just a Little Podcast channel. We may have that going on. And then we have Kenton's Comic Wednesdays. Then we have the Nerdy Collective. Finally, remember it. The Nerdy Collective show. So, but at 1 a.m. in the morning. So on Saturdays, and make sure to check it out. You never know who we're gonna have on, the special guest. So be sure to tune in. Be sure to like, subscribe, all the good jazz, and we'll check you guys later.